watch what's approaching. The supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it?
What's good? You guys knew this was going to happen after the Agility April Fool's Yamcha video. So in case you guys don't know, and if you haven't seen the Agility version, go ahead and check the pinned comment and check that out. It's worthwhile to watch, I'm sure. This, on the other hand, is the TEQ version of the April Fool's Yamcha. Now, again, this event is one of those that came out a long time ago. It hasn't been back in quite some time, but again, this is the Agility April Fool's Yamcha. In contrast to the Agility version, this one reduces defense to 0 at the start of the turn. So if you remember, the Agility Yamcha unit reduces attack to 0. However, this one is defense 0. So I guess in a way it's a little bit more usable in some cases. Either way, this is a troll unit as well, and certainly not worthwhile the investment toward potential orbs, unless you're looking to really add it to the collection and kind of look at your deck and laugh about it. You know what I mean? So again, let's go ahead and cover the stats, and then we'll go into some of the details here in a second. This is the Super TEQ version. Leader skill is all types, defense minus 1000. Super attack causes huge damage to enemy. Again, the passive skill reduces defense to 0 at the start of the turn. Similar links to the Agility version. Z Fighters, 15% to attack rival duos, 10% to attack attacked enemies, defense minus 15%. Turtle School's attack increase of 500 as well as defense. Speedy Retribution, attack increase of 300. Infighter is attack increase of 10%, enemies defense minus 10%. And finally, Kamehameha is attack increase of 2500 when SA is launched. Fortunately for this unit, it does fall into two categories, one being the World Tournament as well as the new Childhood Saga or Dragon Ball Saga category. So this will be the category that you see this unit on right now. Just providing the maximum boost available to this unit, see how much in damage and attack stats this unit's capable of, and we'll see how it is. Again, at 100% potential, you're looking at HP levels of 8,532, attack of 9,251, and defense of 7,392. 12 Ki Multiplier is the same as the Agility version at 110%. Again, this unit is really just one of those troll units that Bandai ended up releasing, and basically it was a slap in the face for us players, I guess. Working through, grinding the metals and farming the units and whatever, and then once Dokkan awakened into the TUR state, pretty much loses a lot of capabilities and functions. Actually does a lot more harm to him after being Dokkan awakened than otherwise. So I mean, you can see from the artwork itself, it's pretty much meant to be a troll unit, and it is a April Fool's card. So I appreciated the gesture from these guys by releasing these two units. It was definitely a very fun way to spend April Fool's, which reminds me, it's interesting to see what's coming up for this year's April Fool's. Last year was, what was it, that Dokkan battle, where it's basically Dokkan battle, but it's a dating simulation game type shit. It was pretty funny. And honestly, like as funny and crazy as that sounds, I bet if that was an actual game, there would be some people that would end up playing it. You know what I mean? So, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see if variations or offshoots of it ever end up coming out. Whether it's fan made or not, but. Definitely looking forward to what's in store for the April Fools for this year. So back to the Super TEQ Yamcha unit. A lot of support units included on here just to boost them up as much as possible. Again, the LR Yamcha and Power unit are pretty good linking partners for this unit as well. So you'll see that throughout the video. But really, defense does reduce to 0, so you'll see a lot of damage being taken even from like a normal super attack compared to the rest of the units in the rotation or on the team in general. I mean, you just saw normal super attack, or normal attack was about 53,000 damage taken. I mean, that's because defense is literally dropped down to 0. I mean, if you have supporting units in the rotation, obviously that'll buff it up a little bit, but yeah, I mean, that's really what that is the prime definition of reckless Yamcha, and how he's got so many openings to where he could easily be caught off guard, basically. So you know, the agility version is pretty much, you know, like the meme status. You know, it's a legendary picture, you know, of all sorts of origin, but you know, this one's also an equally funny one as well. So, you know, hopefully you guys are enjoying the video. This is obviously meant to be strictly entertainment. It's not, you know, don't take this seriously at all. I mean, you know, I'm sure some people have maybe possibly invested potential Orcs of Rainbow the Sky. I mean, just add it as a collection, you know, funny little unit or card to have as a, you know, as a troll. You know, that's pretty much what this was created for anyway. But I mean, damage-wise, you know, you are getting the Childhood Saga boost and, you know, hitting for somewhat of a decent amount. I think attack stats generally would be around like what 220,000 tops. So it's certainly like not the most terrible unit in existence, but you know, certainly you wouldn't run him on any team. I mean, the fact that its defense dropped to 0, you know, it's a major liability. Now, if you had a unit like, I don't know, like Super Saiyan 3 Broly, where, you know, the attack will fluctuate, but the downside of that is the defense dropping potentially to 0 based on, you know, the amount of ki collected. You know, it's a gamble to take on that one, and it's much more worthwhile because he's a much more powerful unit. However, this Yamcha, again, this is more or less meant to be, you know, just shits and giggles, just like the agility version. You know, that's all it's meant for, and that's all the purpose is. So, you know, since the Childhood Saga came out, it was a good opportunity to see how this unit does at max potential. I love the little zoom in that comes up where he's completely you know, zooted and you know, knocked out unconscious. You know, it's one of those things where, I don't know, seeing stuff like this really makes you want to go back and reread or rewatch the manga or anime. You know, I do enjoy the Dragon Ball saga a lot. It really is a good part of the series for me. And it was a lot of fun, so I think it's been a little while since I reread the manga, so maybe I'll do that sometime over the weekend. You gotta love the fact that he has a jetpack too for this unit. So what was it, like 344,000? I mean, that's certainly not bad, but yeah, I mean, defense is pretty much 0. Let's see how much damage he takes from Vegito Blue. About 48,000, so if it was a super attack, it would be pretty much, yeah, I mean, he'd be leaving himself wide open where he would be just taking a huge amount of damage. I am glad they did justice and at least provided a decent enough Yamcha unit, you know, with the LR version. Actually, pretty good unit overall. It's definitely solid, especially on the Childhood Saga or the Dragon Ball Secrets category. Yeah, that LR is actually very good. So, you know, good to have at least one good unit of Yamcha. I think the one that's missing still to this day, and I don't know why it hasn't been released yet, is, you know, an LR Krillin card. Like, I'm actually shocked that it didn't come out by now. But maybe they're saving it for a special occasion. We'll never know, but at some point we'll find out. But eventually they're going to come out with one, and I'm sure a lot of people will be excited when that time comes, but eventually. So it looks like it took about 140,000 in damage, so, you know, certainly a pretty high number, you know, and a lot of damage taken for that, but, you know, it is what it is. Again, this is really just a collector's item unit at this point. I mean, you can tell from the artwork itself. I mean, you're not meant to be, you know, running teams with this guy included by any possibility. So, you know, it just, again, it all comes down to shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying? I know somebody had commented if this unit could potentially, you know, get an easy A, you know, as future April Fools or something. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe that'll happen. That'd be funny as hell if it did. And it would be even funnier if they didn't improve the stats but actually made it worse, and we went through all the easy A efforts of getting the medals, you know, investing in the Zenny and all that, and then just come to find out it ended up being a worse unit than it was before. But yeah, I mean, you know, this is definitely one of those fun videos type deals, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, I do appreciate you watching, and definitely stay tuned for the next one. All right, I'll catch you guys later.